guys. 1 minute till the pit party, so finish up your laps and bring it down pit lane. Alright, anybody that's up there, let's go ahead and roll out. Go pacing for the party. Let's do one full lap, and then second lap around we'll go. Pace speed is 50. Roll out. You're stopped in the middle of pit lane, drive. Don't, okay. Wade. Pit party is in 3. We will not go this time, we'll go next time around. Wait, if you can hear me, bud. Reset, please. We're going green this time, guys.
Pace cars in. Green. My bad, y'all.
Bad time. are getting close about that time. We're back and we're here. Let's try to get our levels all set up here. Josh Powell's just now making the server. Good stuff. Unfortunately, we missed Josh Powell's win last night. All right, 10 minutes to get warmed up. Tasha, where you at? Waiting on my producer. Looking for Moon Princess. And check out some of our audio levels. Oh, okay. How are we sounding? Do we need to bump up the cars a little bit? Let's try a little bit, maybe? Ajax, I should do it over here. Over this way. So we start to get our little countdown ready here. Moving it up. Just a few points. Tell me if it's too loud. As we try to get situated here for 200 laps here at Richmond Speedway. Sounds good to Tasha. That's all we need to hear. Who do we have in the server right now? We got Frank DiMaggio. Top of the board so far with a 19.469. Followed by Riley Thompson. Good to see old Riley. And that number 56. Haven't seen too much of Riley lately. Good to see. He tries to... I don't know what Riley's doing. Get it together, son. Chase Albee, currently running third. Wade Hustad sitting there, number 32. Looks like he's just kind of chilling. Sure, he has enough laps in the week. See, that's the thing is, a lot of times we shouldn't have to have people raise their volumes as much as they always have to do. What if we tried this adjustment, Tasha? We're going to try this. Tell me if this is all too loud. Try to bump it up a little bit. You might have to turn your volume down. It's an experiment. We're trying to figure it out. We haven't broadcast in a couple of weeks. Actually, we assisted JW last night as we see Jonathan Shipman hit the server. Yeah, I was... Okay. Yeah, I was able to hop in the booth last night with old JW. That was good times. Usually I'll be the voice of the Cup Series, but it was nice to have someone else in the booth, something to talk about. You're not just sitting listening to yourself drone on and on. Alright, looks like we got about 7 minutes left here. Great turnout. Looks like we so far have 19... About 23 drivers, 22, 23. A couple of people probably won't start. They were just sitting in here hanging out. You have to check some statuses here.
Sit next time, bye.
Okay, Steven's a veteran. I was the name was familiar, Stephen McGough, and I wasn't quite sure, but he is a veteran. I think this is his first start this year. So you guys know that it's an invite only series, but if you've raced in the previous years, you know you're still car eligible. So he did race at some points last year, so he's eligible here today. I just had to check the old Google Docs that we got here that kind of lists who is the veteran and who are the Xfinity drivers. And by veteran, we mean able to run Cup, essentially. About to come up on the 5-minute mark here. I'm excited to see this, man. This is one of the best short tracks on the circuit, and it's at night, which is always the best time to race. So excited to see what these drivers can do here over 200 laps here in Richmond. Stages are going to be 40 and 80, so they're going to have a 120 lap run, probably about 115 lap run after the end of the stage and getting the tires. So they will have 5 sets of tires, 5 changes, which should be plenty unless there's cautions, and then not too much. But last night in the Xfinity series, there was only 1 caution the entire race, and then we had the 2 stage ends, but that's pretty much about it. Xfinity series actually put on some of the cleanest, longest runs that we've seen here in the USRC series. But yeah, Xfinity's been rock solid with the long runs, a little bit smaller of a crowd, but we're able to kind of mix it up with each other and get things done and make a good show of it here. Get ready to talk to the drivers. All right, hello and welcome everybody. Fantastic turnout. Good to see all you guys. We have a couple people we haven't seen in a while. Riley, well, we got Riley Sherman and Riley Thompson. Good to see both of you guys. Good to see the return Dawson Hess. What up, Dawson? Mr. McGough, we haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Anyways, let's go over the rules real quick. First of all, this is a Cup Series race, so if you are not Cup eligible, you know, you can go ahead and start to pull off the track now, and you can definitely hang out in the server and observe. But again, this is only for Cup drivers. First and foremost, we do not clear any black flags. The only black flags that we will clear is if you're speeding through pit road to avoid a wreck. At that point, just kind of speak up, and one of the admins in the channel will grab it, or I will grab it for you. Stay to the right side of pit road and do not go through more than 5 pit stalls in or out. So essentially what you're talking about is staying to the right the whole time. We've had some penalties actually issued out this year, and we actually do have somebody that's sitting there on pit road just kind of counting. So if you go 6, 5.5, you're going to get busted. The leader will control the start on restarts, but on the initial start, we go on green. So initial start, we go on green, and then the leader will have lane choice and will control the start. And that's pretty much about it. And you guys know kind of our main thing here is this is a friendly league. We all know each other. But if, you know, things do happen, you get into somebody and you're upset, please keep it to yourself. We don't want to kind of have that kind of attitudes and stuff going around here. And definitely don't let it spill upon the track. So that's very important to us. So we know that we will get heated and upset. You know, that's part of racing and us being into what we do. We get it. But just don't let anything spill out onto the track, and don't come over Discord or here complaining about it. What you can do is definitely let us know after the fact. Any one of the admins, myself, the 33, the 94, I think you guys pretty much know who all the admins are. So you can always just reach out to us, and we'll definitely go back and look at any kind of situation. So other than that, I'll talk to you guys after you get done qualifying. Thanks for being here. Looking forward to it. Oh, by the way, Josh Powell, congratulations on the win last week. I'm so bummed. I was sick and unable to broadcast, man, but I would have loved to have broadcast that race and see you get that win, man. So congratulations. Guys, that's 8 races with 7 different winners. 8 races and 7 different winners. I mean, I'm just blown away. I'm impressed, and I know you guys are probably pretty shocked because you guys are probably used to winning a whole lot more races than that. So good year. It's been good times. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys at the other side of qualifying.
Could you repeat stages and tire limits?
Oh, there you go, JW. Stages are going to be 40 and 80. So it's going to be 40 and 80. Typically, we do halfway, but we really want to try to get to some green flag runs. So yeah, it's going to be 40 and 80, and you're going to have 5 changes of tires. 5 changes. That's 5 right fronts, 5 left fronts, etc. They are not interchangeable. We will go back and look at, you know, the top 5 or top 10, but if you see anybody or we see anything and we go back and look, you'll actually be scored last in the race. So, and if you do see somebody, please let us know. And kind of on that same note, you know, we all know that we're all a bunch of friends here and we're trying to have good rivalries and stuff like that. We want to make sure that the competition, there is no cheating. So, you know, that means don't cut through more than 5 pit stalls that you're supposed to do. Don't do something that's going to cause a caution so that way it plays out in your favor, something like that. Things like that we really view on just kind of like stealing from your friends, man. It's just something you don't do. So it hasn't been a big issue, but I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. So good luck in qualifying. Steven, you actually are, because you're listed as a veteran. You haven't raced it yet this year, but you have raced in the previous seasons. So we do have a spreadsheet on that. I double checked it, and you are eligible, Steven. Thank you for asking. All right. We are doing open qualifying nowadays, so these guys are going to have 5 minutes, now 4.5 minutes, to see how fast of a lap you can turn. And with these really short stages and these points the way they are, man, whoo, there's going to be some short, hot runs, because we're looking at a 40 lap to get with from the beginning. The second stage is only going to be about 36, I would assume about 36 laps or so. So it'll be interesting, man. 36 laps at Richmond. You don't have to save your tires. You can just go out there and get it. I just hope all the drivers, you know, I want to see the intensity. I want to see people get at it, but I don't want to see anyone wreck out. Oh, speaking of wrecking out, I don't want to see anyone wreck out, because we got to get to this last stage to have a nice solid run. So my fear is we're going to lose 6 or 7 guys before we get to that last stage, and we'll have a lot smaller group there at the end. But regardless, we only had about a dozen racing at the end of last night's Xfinity race, and that was exciting. It was fun to watch. Hopefully these guys can put on a good show today. Dawson Hess currently in that #1 position. He's trying to lay back on Wee Wee. Speaking of Wee Wee, that's the number 23. So if you guys ever hear us talking about Wee Wee, Wee Wah, Shipman, you might even hear John. That's the 23. So we're talking about. It goes by many names, many names. If you don't know him, you'll be knowing him by the end of these next couple of races. All right. That's right. We have. Let's see where the 42's at. 42 is obviously Ryan Nichols. He's just going to go out there and try to turn a lap. Okay, everybody, we have about a little over 2.5 minutes to go before we start this race here in Richmond, USRC Cup Series. Please go get yourself something to drink. If you have to use the restroom, definitely get some snacks. Come get ready to hang out and throw some shout outs in chat, throw out some emotes, and tell us what you think is going to happen, and tell us who you think is going to win. So let's go ahead and set this on most exciting, and we're going to go ahead and get prepared for this race here in Richmond. right. All right. It is time to do some racing here at Richmond USRC Cup Series. Let's go ahead and see who's on the pole. Oh, it's going to be Wade Hustad, the number 32, sitting on the pole, followed by Chase Alvey, who's having a hell of a season so far. These last handful of races, Chase has really come on. Speaking of people that have come on, the number 24, Frank DiMaggio, has been on fire himself the last few races. He's actually the only two-time winner here in the Cup Series here so far. Jonathan Shipman, that number 23, we all know Wee Wee. The return of Dawson Hess. Dawson, we haven't seen him in a couple of races. But he's back here racing. He's sitting right there in front of Riley Thompson. We have Zach Mecca. We have J.W. Miller, Joshua Powell, last week's winner. Our man Jordan Malish, Sean Black, Lindo Nichols. Then I guess Harmon. I'm not sure if he's actually just sitting back or what he's doing. Nelson, Newsom. I'll leave those because I'm not exactly sure who's actually racing and who's not. So, all right. Congratulations on the pole, Wade. All right. Again, your stages are going to be 40 and 80. Stages are 40 and 80. We don't clear any black flags unless you're speeding through pit road. At that point, just kind of speak up. Stay to the right side of pit road. Do not go in or out of more than 5 pit stalls, or you will get an EOL. We will originally go on green, and then the leader will control the start and have lane choice from there. Yeah, other than that, looking forward to it. It's good to see a good turnout. Again, congratulations to Josh on last week's win. Good to see Riley and some of the other guys we haven't seen in a while, so... Let's have a good race. Thanks for being here. Again, everybody, keep in mind, keep patient. And as something happens on the track, please just kind of leave it there because, again, as we don't want to, anyways, you guys know what's up. Anyways, congratulations. Let's have a good race. And welcome to where we're at. Richmond, let's do it. All right. Hopefully we don't see any death. That is not what we want to see. So many different winners. We have Josh Durham won our very first race of the season in Daytona. Atlanta, like Wade won Atlanta. Oh, never mind. I'm not looking at the wrong thing. Sorry about that. Oh, whatever. We got Josh Powell won a race. Durham won a race. Frank has 2. Wade has 1. Gosh, I know I'm forgetting all the other guys, but it's been good to see as many guys have been up there competing for those wins here in the USRC Cup Series.
48. Thanks, Riley.
Okay. This is going to be a fun track. This short track, really flat. Definitely there's going to be a track like this as opposed to Bristol are going to be so different. You're going to have different driving styles. So a lot of people kind of like to slide around a little bit. You tend to like them a little bit flatter than some of the people that may have grown up on concrete or, you know, asphalt, something like that, where you probably want something a little bit more banking. So... But all these drivers are bad fast. Let's see who's going to get the win here as we do 200 laps here in Richmond, the USRC Cup Series. All right. Who do you think's going to win? Who's going to get the stages? We're about to find out as we go racing here in Richmond. 200 laps in the USRC Cup Series. Wade Hustad, the number 32, taking him in, 96. Chase Alvey, that's on the outside. Followed by Jonathan Shipman and the number 24, Frank DiMaggio. Got a beautiful sight there. Get a view into turn 3 here. As you see, these guys going side by side here. The 96 all over the 32. Gonna dive it in there. See what happens coming out of 2. Looks like Thomas Harmon started a little bit late. He was probably taking care of a few things and figured, oh my gosh, I better get strapped into this car. But ooh, his 96 got real tight. Had to let off, allow Wade to get his momentum. Wow, still side by side. These guys are working right now. Go out to the, I think we need a blimp view to really see what's going on here. As we see Thomas Harmon gonna try to fight to stay in the lead. Ooh, see a little sparks as people try to get in the best arc as possible. Going into turn 1. Thomas gonna have to try to fight to stay up there. Wade's gonna get in the inside here going into this S3 there. Ooh, wow, Wade gets loose. Gets loose and caution is not coming out. We stay green. It's a stand-up boss move right there. Kept it together, kept it off the wall. Oh, yeah. And Wade dodges a bullet here. And now, the number 96 is trying to chase down Harmon. Man, it's been an exciting laps here as we're about to come up on lap 8 of 200 here. First stage ends at 40, so it's a really drag race here. You don't have to save your tires. Go burn them up, go as fast as you can. If you like the hot lap, this is a good track for you. And if you have Hot Wheels, like the number 96 has, I think that's even better.
All right, man, caution is out.
Caution is out. Let's see what caused that. Looks like the 51 has a little bit of damage. Let's see if we can... Oh, looks like a little battle over real estate possibly here. Let's get another look.
Fault, got too aggressive on the throttle coming at it.
Oh, just a little bit into the wall, and it's interesting they even called a caution on that.
Hey, wait, do I have any backhand damage?
No, you're good. There's little crinkles on the bottom of the bumper, so you're fine.
Oh, maybe that wasn't where the caution was. Oh no, somebody lost it up there. Oh, it's Mecca. Okay, let's find that. We see Mecca. Oh, he just gets loose. Has to kind of spin it, and he keeps off the wall. Oh, wow. Kept it together. Good stuff. The caution does come out. Let's see if we can get into his cockpit here. See here, he's going into turn 3. Starts to come out of 4. He's gonna loop it. Nope, that was off of 2, by the way. Not 4. Keeps it nice and together, and everyone does a good job of avoiding him. All right, a little Charmin moment right there, right? See if who's coming in for tires. Again, if they have 5 changes of tires, and considering the bonus points that you do get for winning the stages, so many strategies to be played. You know, you never know where the cautions are going to fall. But I would assume at the beginning of the race, you're going to be pretty conservative. Maybe we find someone to talk to. Who knows? Maybe we try to find. Maybe we try to find some friends here. Do this one. Hey, Dawson, nice. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
All right, man. So Richmond, I've been excited and waited to see this one, and the sun hasn't quite gone down all the way. But I see a lot of people getting really loose and kind of losing it. How's the track looking today?
Yeah, the set's pretty tight through center, and then on exit it gets really loose, so you got to be careful on throttle on exit. But other than that, it's a lot of fun. Once the sun goes down,
All right, man. So on this track, where are you looking the best place to pass? How are you getting done? Can you do it pretty much at any turn if you're just handling a little bit better, or do you have to set them up in a certain spot?
I think if you can outbrake somebody going into either 1 or 3, you'll be good. But other than that, it's pretty hard.
All right, man. Well, a short little run. You guys are going to have 2 little micro sprints of 40 laps, and I guess the next one will probably be about 36 laps. So I guess you just burn off those tires and see how many laps you can hot lap, huh?
Yeah, hopefully you can get up a little bit further up front here and see where we.
All right, man. Thanks for talking with us. Hopefully we'll talk to you after the race.
Yeah, see you.
All right.
Wade, have you had a little too much to drink tonight, sir?
The number 92.
What? Hope not. I don't want this to keep up.
As we're kind of talking about Wade, he must be back in the pack where people are like, what is... Wade's in 11th, so automatically people want to give him a sobriety check. Oh, we're back to racing. Sorry about that, everybody. Didn't realize that we were so close. As we see Chase just jump off here. Followed by Jonathan Shipman. Let's see if he's going to try to get on the 96 like he did the 38 last night. Jonathan Shipman actually won the Xfinity race here in Richmond. Able to barely edge out the number 38 of Thomas Harmon. Let's see if he can get another one done here today. And if he did, that would be the 8th different winner in 9 races. Check the blimp view, see if we can find some battles here. Got JW. Trying to get on the inside of last week's winner, the number 3 of Josh Powell, in that distracted driving. Oh, wait, a Camry. No, it's Wade on the inside. I think I might have called him JW. JW's car and Wade's, they don't really look alike, but the colors are somewhat similar. And I guess it's kind of hard for me in the moment to make the call. As we see the 3 go really wide. Let's see if the 94, Jordan Malish, can get up there. Take a spin back here. See what kind of paint schemes we got. I love Saturday night races. I like to see special paint schemes. That's our man Brandon Goss right here, Mr. BG. As some of you may or may not know, he recently celebrated the birth of his daughter, Raylene. So it's good to see him able to break away from the family for a few hours and see if he can put that number 51 up towards the front. Riley Sherman, clean looking car. You know Riley's a standard. He's everywhere. He's everywhere you want to be. This dude's like Visa. He's everywhere you want to be. As we see Sean Black will go kind of backwards here. Something happened with Sean. Oh, he backed in a little bit. He couldn't wait his turn until we were going to get to talk to him. He was like, oh, I want to get talked about now, so I'm going to bang the wall. But that's what you got to do. You got to get your sponsor out there and Intertape Batteries. They may not be happy with how your car looks. They're happy with the sponsor time.
Dang it, sorry, man.
Uh-oh. Let's see what happened here with the 94. Oh, kind of give Ryan Nichols a little bit of a taste. Oh. Ryan Nichols got a little... see if we can go back and... Jordan's on the outside. Ooh, just a little bit of slight contact with the 42. Let's see if he can keep it. All right, I was having trouble finding him here. Let's go back and look at his. A little bit of contact. Jordan didn't mean to do it. Tried to keep off him and just, damage isn't too bad. It's not the worst. See if we can get in cockpit. So right now we're riding around with Jordan Malish. Coming into turn 1. Oh, he was just coasting it too, you know what I mean? Like, Jordan was totally coasting it in there, you know, not even about ready to accelerate when he hit him there. He's just Have to keep your momentum up. Barely try to keep off. Barely stayed away. Meanwhile, let's see what. So, oh, a little bit of contact. Try to save it. Oof, yeah, he was really trying to give it a hard loop right there.
Oh, good, Jordan. No worries.
I think at that point you might have to drop it into third and then punch it because you just have to spin it. You know that. Otherwise, you're just gonna go right into that wall. So. All right, who's coming for tires? Who wants some of this? Who wants to win this stage? Thor's in the house. Thor. That's our pit undercover. Or do you prefer the term narc, Thor? Narc or undercover? You tell me. Thor is the guy that is giving out the penalties. When you guys get a penalty and you're mad, you're like, who saw that? What are you even talking about? I say, that's our man, freaking Agent number 9 or whatever. 007 something. See, is anyone coming in for tires? He is an endurance expert. Just for to be able to listen to me for 2 hours alone will make you an endurance expert. How'd your races go last night, right? Didn't you race this weekend? This weekend, Thor is doing some endurance races here. I think we still got one lap before. I think we can talk to Wee Wee hiding. Yeah, I guess Wee Wee's not even in here. Sorry, pardon me. My throat is just getting. Oh, there's Wee Wee. There's my Wee Wee. Gracious. I'm gonna have a hard time dragging him all the way up as far as I need him. Oops. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to move you. Oh, come with me.
92, I'm just informing you, your left front or your left rear is
where are you?
banked up, your spoiler's tipped up.
Oh. Oh my goodness, Wade, I was trying to talk to you. I had so many issues, I couldn't get you pulled up in time. But real quickly, before I throw you back, what are you looking to do here on this restart?
I'm just looking to save my stuff and get to the second and third stage here. I was trying to get around Tom so Chase couldn't catch us, but I got too faithful in the downforce and it went around me, so just got to keep it in one piece tonight.
All right, man. Good luck to you. Hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Thanks, man.
I was actually trying to pull down Wee Wee, accidentally grabbed him, threw him in a random channel. You guys have no idea the kind of craziness I'm doing here on the backside, but we're back to racing here. About to come up on lap 28 of 40 in the first stage. Okay. Jonathan Shipman, Wee Wee, the number 23 on the inside, 24 on the outside. Wee Wee waits for no man. As we see Riley Thompson getting on the inside of the 24. Up to do some competing here. As the 16-year-old is trying to get to the inside of Frank DiMaggio, who I believe is 31 years old, I would want to say. Something around there. We'll confirm that later, but youth versus experience. Let's see who's going to get it done here. As Riley still tries to... Oh, experience just won on that one. Now let's see when the 32 gets to him. See some side-by-side here. Dawson, Hess, and Mecca. Number 1 had that spin earlier, but is able to recover. No damage. Speaking of damage, let's go back and see where Ryan Nichols is. Like they fixed him up pretty good. He might just take a second to get back up there, but currently he's sitting there in the 8th position. 18th position, rather. We're coming up on 9 to go.
Thanks, Frank.
See where we got some battling here. Take a look at Thomas. Thomas Harmon, the Xfinity Series point leader, is really dominating, really walking away with it here in the Xfinity Series. So I'm looking forward to seeing where he's going to end up finishing that number 38 Camaro today in Richmond. Take a look back up front. He has a little bit of a gap here, 0.7 of a second in front of Wade. We're going to have 5 to go this time around. Time to try to get those stage points. These guys racing for points like Chase Alvey. Chase Alvey is actually second in the points right now, right behind Wade. So he's going to want to get as many bonus points as possible. He's going to want to definitely get himself, get yourself a win or two, because you could take those bonus points and parlay it during the year-long championships. As we talked about before, we have the 3 different championships, the spring, summer, and fall. But we also have the year-long as well, too. So 4 different championships we have in the USRC Cup Series, 4 different ones in the Xfinity Series. So if you decide, someone like Thomas, he wants to move up to race for Cup points, he can go ahead and do that, and he'll be still a champion. Champion of the spring, and then he can run for the summer, or he could try to just close out the whole thing in the Xfinity Series. So be interested to see what happens as we get close on coming up with 2 laps to go. So we watch Wee Wee go down into turn 3. 2 to go. I don't think Wade's going to have enough time unless there's a mistake made. This is going to set up, a really short sprint here of, like we said before, about 36 laps before the end of the next stage. So we're going to see some driving. We're going to see some people wheeling it. And if you're able to hold off on your tires as we come up on 1 to go here, you'll have that set for later. You can get extra aggressive knowing that you have that in case it does come out. As we get ready to call a caution here. As soon as Wee Wee's going to end up winning stage 1.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Congratulations on the stage win, Wee Wee. Some good looking racing out there, guys. Jeez. All right, Jonathan Shipman. So far, led 18 of 40 laps here in Richmond. Fastest lap of 19.829. Started 4th, currently 1st. So he's been right there. Let's take a look at pit road and see who's going to be doing what when. See if we can get our cameraman down there. Sadly, we do not have a pit road cam.
I'm sorry.
Interesting.
All good. Hopefully it's not too bad.
Take a look like this from the blimp as the 23 leads down the 32. Down there are 2 2s and 2 3s. Just reverse the order. As we see Chase stayed out. Well, what, the 94, the 3, the 33, the 1, the 56, missed that one, the 24, 32, and 23. Let me take a look at that car that I couldn't figure out who that was. So in the future, we can figure that out. Oh, that was Dawson Hess in the 92. Cars like that don't stand out as much. It's kind of like how Ford's is. You end up get kind of lost in the sauce. That's why I believe in extreme paint jobs. We could talk to Jonathan Weewa.
Uh-oh.
Wee, you got a copy?
Frank, that's a no-no.
Hey. Oh. Hey, Wee, got a copy? Hey, Wee, got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's up?
All right, man. So far, a couple of short runs going on right here. Looks like some guy stayed out. But tell us a little bit about the track out there and tell us about how the racing is side by side.
The racing is pretty much anyone's game in the first 15 laps or so. You pretty much can't do anything when everyone's on the same set of tires. But after that, that's when you're gonna start seeing the cream of the crop start being up.
So it looks like you're going to have about a 34 lap run. I assume you just kind of burn off the tires and everything right here, right? There's no saving it, no nothing. Just try to get as many hot laps in as possible, right?
My goal right here is to stay ahead of Wade, but we'll see how this restart goes.
All right, man. Well, so far it's a good start. You were the Xfinity winner last night. So hopefully turning some laps there definitely helped you out. So I'll let you get back as we get ready to go green here.
All right, thanks.
All right, that was old Wee Wee. I might not have been clicking the thing when I was talking to him sometimes because I need to take out my push to talk. Okay, that's better. Sorry about that. He might have missed half those questions and just known. It's like, yeah, this interview's over. I said, I've had enough. Okay, let's get back situated here. The 96 and the 42, the 7 have all stayed out there. Keep in mind, you guys have guys without new tires in the first couple of rows, so be advised. All right, so this will be interesting to see what happens as the pace car is off. There goes Chase.
Green flag.
And immediately, Wee Wee's able to jump to the inside of Nichols. Old JW Miller, we haven't talked much about, was we see 3 wide here in Richmond. That was the 92 going up the gut. Sticking it, and he gets a really good arc here. Yeah, looks like he's gonna keep that spot. 33 is gonna lose a spot to the 94 as well. Oh, it looks like someone got into the 42 here.
Sorry if I cut you off. Do I into one way?
It's been a wild ride. And that's the number 56 that said sorry, but he didn't touch him. It was just between him and Wade. I don't even know really what happened. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Just something that happened. That's the tough thing about racing, but there's so much space there, and that grass definitely helps us in Richmond. So no harm, no foul. Take a look one more time. Inside. Yeah, they're just both trying to occupy the same real estate, I believe is how they say there, right? Let's see what the 96 decides to do. Looks like he's going to keep staying out. Yeah, the number 42 had an all paint scheme last night. What was it again? It was a Moon Princess, but it was like a Sailor Moon slash, I forget. Oh, Victoria's Secret. Victoria's Secret slash Sailor Moon. So, you like... Anyways, all right. So let's take a look back in the pack here. Some of the people. Our man Matt Burgess back there in that 11. You know we like that paint scheme. Oops. Back to Matt. A bit of sponsor time, you know. I don't drink Coors, but I appreciate they make it. Frank DiMaggio in that Skittles Camaro, painted by Brian Nichols. 42 is going in the pits. Man, Brandon Goss. See if we can take a look. Where's old Ford Racer 2020? All right, so let's take a look at the Battle of the Jameses, matter of fact. The Battle of the Jameses, we have James Jacobs is currently in the lead in the 12th position. Sitting second of the James positions is James Lindo. That's sadistic. So it looks like we only have 2 James in right now. So right now it's a battle between the 71 and the 91 for James supremacy. We'll definitely go back and make sure we take a look at that, as these guys are racing until lap 80 before the end of the next stage, and we set up that 120, 115 lap shootout to end the race here in Richmond. This might be a great time to take a super quick commercial break.
Charmin clean and proud of it.
All right, we all know how I feel about Charmin. They didn't sell out, I bought in. All right, so the number 96 has old shoes, 23 is freshens. We should see this resolve itself pretty quickly, you think?
Just cruising nickels.
Currently, your
Yeah,
top
same
5 is the
here.
number
I'm
96 of Chase
trying to
Alvey,
stay out of
followed by
freaking
Jonathan
trouble.
Shipman,
Struggling right now.
Riley Thompson, Wade Husted, and looks like Dawson Hess is in that 5th position, and then you have Jordan Malish sitting there in 6th. All right, we're back to racing here. Lap 54 of 200. USRC Cup Series live from Richmond Speedway. As you're looking at number 96 of Chase Alvey out there in the lead. Let's see if Jonathan Shipman and Akashna is already out. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, it was the 3, Josh Powell. Looks like Mecca got into him.
That was my fault. I don't know who I accidentally tapped there. Sorry.
Ooh. That just... Damn. Oh, that's a rough one for the Bristol winner. Let's take a look at it here one more time. Yeah. It's just not ideal. Wow. All right, let's see what happens here. Is anyone coming down to pit road? Doesn't look like it. What's happened to Mikey? Mikey Moto in the house. Ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Chase Alvey, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You're currently sitting there in the lead. You didn't go in and get fresh tires. Looks like everyone kind of behind you did. I don't think you're off by too much, but tell us about the racing out there and how is it when you know guys have better tires than you behind you?
Yeah, that first caution, I just wanted to come down and I just really wanted to see how fresh tires worked against old tires. They were a lot faster, about half a second at the start, but they drop off pretty fast. So if you use your tires up, you're not going to be very competitive toward the end of the run. And I just stayed out at the end of the stage to just get even with everybody.
All right, man. So there's a lot of really fast drivers here. where are you going to try to make your pass on the speedway if you're running pretty similar times to all the other drivers?
Well, you can enter the corner higher than somebody and get a nice run off the corner and down the back stretch, let's say. You can drive it pretty hard into 3 and almost clear them, but you always run the risk of, hitting them, driving it in too hard, and you don't really want to do that. So you kind of just try to stay at the bottom and run even with them. That's really it.
All right, man. Well, it's an exciting race to watch. I mean, Richmond's such a great track, and at night it looks no better than this. So best of luck to you here. Hopefully you get a good finish, if not the win here in stage 2, and then we'll see what you do here in that last run.
Thanks, Brian. See you later.
All right, buddy. We'll see it. Number 96, Chase Alvey. We start to get ready to go back to racing here. All right, we have Chase, followed by Shipman, Wade, Riley, Jordan, your top 5, followed by Dawson, JW, Mr. Black, Durham, Poe, and Dame Newsom. Looks like might have been a little bit out of the order, but here we go. Lap 60 of 80 here for the end of stage 2. USRC Cup Series is back to racing with Chase Alvey, the number 96. Trying to get away as much as possible before the 32 and the 23 get back to him and show off those slightly older tires, or newer tires rather than 96 has, but we'll see. Wade has a little bit of crumpled upness, a little bit on the splitter. Won't hurt him at a track like this. Is barely able to barely tell, but something like that happens in a speedway in these cars. That's really gonna hard to change the way your car handles. But as we have yet another caution, let's see if we can find. Oh no! In the Battle of Jameses, when you have so much pressure being a James in iRacing in this league, you know that you have to push it a little bit. And James Lindo found out. He's in the Rowdy Burns paint job. That's a little Days of Thunder here. Let's take a look here again. James. In the Battle of Jameses, currently sitting in second, and that is not going to help him win the James battle. He's able to keep it clean. All right. Let us see here, my friends. Let's talk to old, I don't want to tell them because they might be listening. I want to pull them in. I don't want anyone to know what is going on. I don't want them to know who we're going to talk to. Robbie Thompson, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. We all know that you're a road guy, and that's your thing, which is awesome, which is amazing. We also know you're fast in the stock cars. What brought you out to Richmond, considering a lot of these other tracks you don't seem to show up at, but something about Richmond had you showing up? So what's going on?
Typically, I have league races on Sunday nights with Indy cars.
Oh, a slap in the face. I got it.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been doing that a bit with some friends, and it just happened to go over this race. So
it kind of sounds like you're hanging out with the wrong people, that it's kind of a gateway race, and then all of a sudden you're taking off fenders. And once you start taking off fenders, someone like Richard Schwint would not be a fan of anything open wheels, anything that showed the tire like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird at first, but getting used to it, it's pretty nice with how much downforce the cars have and all.
All right, man. So this new package that they got set up, this track with the temperatures, how's the track racing? How does the car feel? Is it good on the long run, short run, or what are you dealing with out there?
Honestly, it feels good the whole time. I don't think the new package affects this place too much with it being low speed, but I'm definitely a fan of it around tracks like this.
Yeah, man. I mean, as we go out to, especially some of these 1.5 mile tracks, you're right, is where it really start to show itself off. But a lot of these iRacing sets have been pretty racy. How long do you think that you could stay side by side someone? Say you were pushed to the outside. How long do you think that you could maintain that position or possibly make the pass from the outside?
Honestly, probably up to 10 or 15 laps. It's as long as the person on the outside doesn't get too big of a run here, you can definitely battle with them for a long time.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you get back to it as we're about to do a little 15-lap shootout for the end of stage 2. Thanks for talking with us and best luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. Number 56, Riley Thompson. One of everybody's favorite racers there. If you had an iRacing fantasy NASCAR team, you would definitely pick him up. If you had a keeper league, his value would go up even more because of his age. So if it's a keeper league, you can keep on to him for some years until he kind of bottoms out. But maybe we'll do that next year. We'll have a fantasy pick from the drivers that we have right now. So all the fans can go out here, pick your drivers, kind of like they do on NASCAR.com. But we're about to go racing here. Lap 67 of 80. Chase Alvey getting it going quick, trying to get away. Side by side, Wade and Wee Wee. There goes Jonathan Shipman. So we see the 23 had a little bit better of a runoff, gained a few feet there in the backstretch. I know it's funny we talk in feet, but you know, races are measured in inches. They're measured in miles, 1 in inches. So anytime you can pull a couple of feet ahead of someone, that'll take them, you know, X amount of time to make that back up. So, all right, he picks the 84. I like it. 84, of course. That's my ride. Used to be the Charmin ride, but currently the Cup car is set up for Mike and Ike's. And I believe next week is Easter, correct? Those of you that may not have been around last year, is on Easter when we don't have an actual race, we're actually running a fun race. So we're going to be heading out to a super speedway, providing if there is no Cup race, which I can't imagine there being because I'm pretty sure next week is Easter. Don't quote me on that, but we'll still be here doing some stuff, some super speedway action. As a matter of fact, if you kind of looked back to see who won last Easter in the Easter extravaganza, I believe is how we called it, look no further than the man in the booth right here. So that was the one race I was able to go out there and compete with some of these Cup drivers. And granted, it was a super speedway, but it doesn't matter. I still ended up walking away with a win in the extravaganza, as we see caution has come out here in lap 71. Like that's going to be the 91 and the 97. Like Mecca just nicked the wall a little bit. I don't even know if there's contact there. Tried to get it together. Oh, dang. Mago hit it. And then Sadistic got collected. That sucks. He was getting it. He was almost getting it back together. Yeah, he didn't even make contact with Dawson. Just straight went around. This is a good view of it. Maybe there was contact. I can't even tell. Let's see if we go to chopper view. This should give us a good view here. Forgot who we were stopped on. I lost him on here. Yeah, I think there was a little bit of contact. Let's see, here's the one. Gets to the inside. Oh, because comes down just a little bit. Gathering it up. Oof. And then poor Sadistic. The battle of the Jameses might be over. Let's go cockpit. Okay, riding around with James Lindo. Currently the second place James. Oops. I was all, man, we're going pretty fast for Lindo. Here we go. He's going. He's like, oh, there's wrecking. I'm moving. Oh gosh, he was damned. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Damn shame. Wow, what a shootout it is about to be. What a shootout. The end of the stage comes at lap 80. We're gonna get going to green, maybe about lap 76 or something like that, but tell you what, action is starting to heat up here in the USRC Cup Series. All right, let's take a quick commercial break here so I can run and do a little bit of something, and hopefully we can, you know, maybe pay some bills here.
Wow, this toilet paper reminds me of a washcloth.
That's Charmin Ultra Strong, dude. Cleans so well, it keeps your underwear cleaner. So clean, you could wear them a second day.
Oh, tell me, I did not just hear that.
I said you could, not that you would.
Charmin Ultra Strong with its washcloth-like texture helps clean better than the leading flat-textured bargain brand. It's 4 times stronger, and you can use less.
It cleans better. You should try it, Skids.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
My boyfriend is addicted to frozen food porn.
Oh, I should.
Oh. He watches it at least 2 to 3 times a day. Maybe more. The other day, I found his hidden stash. This addiction has turned him into a 3-minute man. I tried to spice things up, but it didn't really work. He's doing it as much at work as he is at home. Now we are into amateur food videos. It's so hot. This addiction can happen to anyone. It's hard to resist.
Uh-oh. We need to get back to live time. Sorry about that. But we're back to racing here. Apologize for that. I had to step away for a quick break. But we're back here now. Jonathan Shipman in the lead, followed by Wade Husted, Chase Alvey, Riley Thompson, J.W. Miller, as we're going to have 1 to go this next time around before the end of the stage. Let's see if Wee Wee's going to have this one. The 32 is making a run for it, trying to get as many bonus points as possible for him. Coming up here on backstretch, going into turn 3 here. Looks like Jonathan Shipman ended up winning stage here in the USRC Cup Series. Congratulations on the stage 2 win, John. All right, so Wee Wee's gonna win it. Wee Wee done won it. Stage 2. Setting up quite a long run here. Let's see how the strategies pay off as we see them trying to catch up with the pace car. What a race so far. All right, we have 81 laps completed here with 119 to go. 4 lead changes, actually 6 cautions. 2 of those were for the end of the stages. But yeah, kind of a lot of cautions, but some of these super speedway, or I'm sorry, you would think super speedway with those kind of wrecks, but these short tracks, a lot of close competition. pushing the envelope, and mistakes are going to happen. But let's see what happens as we get down to that last 115 laps or so here in the USRC Cup Series, live from Richmond. Wade's going to come out in the lead. Actually, we have a lot of people that stayed out. Jordan Malish is currently in the lead with Dawson Hess, the 94, the 92, followed by the 11 of Matt Burgess, Jamal Poe, and Wade Hustad, top 5. See, Burgess actually just came in, so the 18's staying out. We're only on about 10 lap tires, so the 94, 92, 18, you'll see what the difference is between 10 laps here. As we see a couple of different strategies playing out here in Richmond, you want to make sure you have that set for when you need them. So let's see who does the best of saving their stuff, or hell, maybe just using them at the right time, catching the right lucky break when a caution comes out or whatnot to get themselves a win and possibly become the 8th different winner in 9 races here in the USRC Cup Series. All right, Thor, have a good night, man. Good hanging out. Good to see you as always, brother. Be safe. Carl Moore, ladies and gentlemen. Our pit road undercover. See Shipman way back here in 20th position. Okay, let's hey, Jordan Malish, you got a copy?
Sure do.
All right, man. So it looks like you only have about, 8 laps on those tires or something like that. Tell us about the idea of staying out. What are you looking to do?
Like I said, I only have 8 or so laps on these tires. I was hoping for something at the end of that segment, and I don't really think it made much difference, but
So how does it feel out there, the difference between guys that have fresher tires, even if it is just a handful? Is there a big difference? Can you hold them off? How does it feel out there?
Oh, I doubt I'll stay up here for long, but I mean, it's really not a huge difference. Obviously, fresher tires will get you around. I don't think it's that big of a difference.
All right, man. So considering, obviously, this is not knowing if there's a caution or when the caution will come out, what's the plan here for the last 115 laps?
Just go. I feel like there's probably going to be a caution, so I'll just go to the caution.
All right, man. Well, best of luck to you. Thanks for talking with us, and we're excited to see this restart.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
All right, see ya. Number 94, Jordan Malish. As we are going to green here, we talked to him to the last second. There is no sport where you can get access to your competitors like we do here. So we see Jordan just kind of take off there. Here comes Wade. Holy cow. That's what fresh tires look like, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at freshies. Let's ride around with Wade. Let's see if Wade can show us how it's done here. How do you get around? How do you use up those freshies? Just powered right in the inside. The 94. There and there. Here comes Thomas Harmon into the mix, but not before Dawson Hess. Besides, he also wants to get involved here. Uh-oh. Caution is out. Whoa, that might be the proverbial big one. Oh no! Wee dumped Sean. Number 7, Sean Black, and yeah, we just got into him. Turned him around, put him in the wall. There's some collateral damage. Ouch. He's on the inside. 7 is there. Yeah, he just accidentally punts him. Ford runs into him. Mago runs into the back of... I don't think there was a lot of damage to the other competitors outside of... Oh! 72 got some. 11 a little bit, Mago a little bit by Riley. Let's see if we can ride around with Wee. Look here. As Wee just makes the pass on one car, it's loose. Coming in here to turn 1 is a really good arc here, which is going to give him a lot of drive off. There he goes. Now he has the momentum. What do I do with it? I stick it low. Yeah, they were just really close. I mean, wasn't necessarily a take it to James's court. Dun, dun. At the end of the day, the person behind him kind of tapped him, but just that's racing. It's a shame for Sean Black, who has really done a great job this season of you know, being competitive or being up there, driving really well for the first half of races. Sometimes having trouble finishing them off, probably because of incidents like that. But that one was not his fault. Not really the 23s. Just one of those things that just happened. It's kind of like of mice and men. A thing that happened. All right. Lap 94 of 200. Here at Richmond, Josh Powell got the win last week in Bristol. Unfortunately, we did not broadcast it. I was a little bit under the weather. As much as I wanted to be here, broadcast it, and see that number 3 distracted driving Camry get up to the front. So, was looking for some good stuff from him today, but he did get involved, got his whole back end ripped off, which ain't going to help him too much. Not going to hurt him really a ton either, but looks like that thing's a little bit used up. Let's see if we can grab a hold of this guy. Thomas Harmon, you got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4, I got you.
All right, man. As being an Xfinity driver and racing last night, what's the difference between what you were driving last night as opposed to tonight?
Tonight's quite comfortable. Last night I should have had yellow lights on top of it for legal reasons, but this is much more comfortable drive, faster obviously, but much more fun.
All right, man. So you have I know that we've kind of been plagued by cautions here so far, but what are your expectations here as we set up the last 100 laps?
Once the guys that struggle with the car get all the damage or get more and more damage, they'll slow down, and these cautions should ease up, and hoping for a long green flag.
All right, man. As you guys getting ready to go back at it here for lap 97 of 200, best of luck to you. Hopefully we talk to you at the end of this thing.
Hope so. Have a good one.
All right, buddy. We'll see it. Thomas Harmon. As we're going back racing here. Lap 97 of 200. Halfway, almost halfway through. As we see the cars start to fan out. Ooh. Thought there was going to be a little bit of contact between the 94 and the 38. Don't think there was. Kind of look at some of the action back here in the middle. Ooh, the 12 gets loose. Lose a spot here, not too bad. See JW, we haven't talked too much about JW today. Currently sitting there on the 10th position. See if he can move up that number 33 Arctic Cat Chevrolet up towards the front. Let's take a look at Frank here. '24 and the 23. And the 3. All battling here. He dives it in there, sticks it. Whoa, 92. Got a little bit on the apron. Had to check up. Checked up again. Frank has to check up. Wee Wee does no such thing. And you kind of see two different driving styles there. Frank saw someone start to lose it and try to correct it, and he let up. Wee Wee said, man, I'm going to try to get that position right here, right now. Oop. And he's still side by side. Let's see if he's able to clear the 92, which he should here, coming off a 4. Now the 24 is going to be inside the 92. Like the car with the freshest tires might be the number 42 of Ryan Nichols. And looks like he's going to spit and show him off right here, right now, as he goes to 11th place. He's going to see if he can set his sights on the 33. That's actually if he can clear the 12. He does, and now JW is all over Pow. Yeah, appreciate seeing you, man. It was good to see you, BG. Obviously, you know, real life comes first. We appreciate it. Say hello to the wife, kiss the baby for us, and we can definitely appreciate you taking time to take care of your real responsibilities. But it's good seeing you, and hopefully you got us here still up on a tab here in the USRC Cup Series live from Richmond. Top 5, Wade followed by Chase, Thomas Harmon, Riley Thompson, then our man Jonathan Shipman trying to get back to the front. Pee-wee's led 23 laps. Wade also is 23. Chase has led 53 laps, and he's not fading anywhere fast. Still staying real close to that 32. Let's take a look back in the pack here. Riley Thompson sitting back there. 4th position. Jonathan Shipman. Frank DiMaggio. Matt Skittles, number 24. Chevy Camaro. Jordan Malish. Looks like he's still racing a Fusion. That's a Mustang. It just it looks. I don't know. Josh Powell. Did someone crush a wall? You guys hear that? Since a wall is hurting somewhere. Ryan Nichols, currently in 13th, started 10th. So far, he's down 3 positions. See if he can get those back. Number 12. Oh! James Lindo. Was he the one that crushed the wall? Let's go back and see. Oh, goodness. See, I told you we heard something. Skips the wall. Nice. Oh, nice form on the jump, though. Give it to him on that one. Okay, riding around number 91. James Leno skips the wall. Goes, catches the asphalt. Oh! No big deal. Ta-da! Right? No harm, no foul. Nobody saw that anyway. Nobody saw it. It's our secret. Don't worry about it. Oh yeah, that's right. The other car. Oh, and now we have a... It's time. It'll be Jordan Malish. Oh, a little bit of contact between him and Powell. He just kind of throttled it. Throttled it, and the 94 got throttled. Second time we've seen one of those close racing. Man, Jordan didn't hit nothing. Not too bad. Not too bad. Could have been a whole lot worse. We take a look at it one more time. Josh Powell in the 3, the 94, Jordan Malish. Oof. Powell started to go for a ride himself. Kept it together though. Everyone's coming in. Need some freshies. Alright, let's take a look from Ryan Nichols' perspective here. Lost it. Oh! Right on through. Just squeaks it through. Right before the 94 comes out. Oh, so close. Reflexes. Gotta be happy about that. At least one thing didn't hit. Hit Nichols for once. Oh, oof. It's here. See how close. Oh. Wow. Then the 12. Barely nicked the wall. Intense action here. All right, let's take time to take a super quick commercial break. Be right back with you. USRC Cup Series live from Richmond.
I'm going to open up 2 beers. Okay. You tell me which sounds more refreshing. Gotcha. This one? Or this one?
Bush. Definitely the one that went bush. What beer is that?
Are you being serious?
Yes.
It's Bush.
Right.
All right, we are back live. Richmond Motor Speedway, USRC Cup Series. You're watching here live on Twitch, USRC Live on Twitch Live. Hopefully you guys are having a good Sunday evening. Relaxing here with us. Hopefully you got something to drink. You got a couple of snacks. And you're ready for a little shootout here as we're about to go on to lap 120 of 200 here in this 3/4 of a mile speedway. And a lot of cautions. These things are hard to handle, but definitely great, some fun side-by-side racing. Let's see what happens here as we finish out strong. All right, the pace car is about to be off. Let's start from the blimp cam this time around, just so we can see some of the wild restarts here. Who's gonna get it done? Wade is gone. And Wee Wee's gonna go with him. Same with Chase. battle is starting to be setting up between the 32 and the 23. It's going to see who's going to have the best times, who's going to save the tires the most, and you know, it all depends on how these cautions fall and how their tires are, their tire allotment. Because again, they only have 5 changes of tires, so hopefully you save some, because you never know how many cautions are going to come here at the end. As you know, we get maybe a couple of restarts, guys getting really racy, things happening. But we're shaping up for a good one here in Richmond. JW's going to make a pass here. Made the pass in the 92. You see everybody single file right there. What a cool view that was. Of all those cars coming in. Look at this shot right here. They are still going at it. Currently our top 5 is Wade, followed by Shipman, Alvey, Harmon, and Thompson. From there, we have Frank DiMaggio, JW Miller, Hess, Powell, Newsom, Poe, Durham, Burgess, Nichols, Lindo, Sherman, Malish, and James Jacobs. And these guys are so we still have 18 cars still on the track right now, and we have 16 on the lead lap, with Riley Sherman being the last car in the lead lap. Shipman's unable to shake the 96. 96 is unable to shake the 38. The 38 is unable to shake the 56. The 56 not able to... Kind of see where we're going there, right? Nobody can get away. Getting up to him is one thing, but being able to pass him without losing... We see a lot of sparks there. Up position, trying it is it'd be tough to do. No, I'm really starting to think it might be one of those times that we, I don't know, maybe crank it up. Is that possible? Is that something that we could do? Ladies and gentlemen, if it's too low, if it's too loud, you're just too old. But we're gonna go ahead and crank it up here. Hopefully it's not underwhelming. Hopefully it might be a little overwhelming. But let's go ahead and take this chance here as we crank it up here at Richmond USRC Cup Series live on Twitch.
Alright, man, caution is
Sorry,
out.
Riley.
Super short-lived.
You're good. I asked for too much for me.
Uh-oh.
Everybody, let's get down. That right, it's not like your fault.
All right, that was the best crank it up of the year. Let's see what happened. 24 and the 56. Ooh, it's a little bit of contact. Sends him a spinning. Oh, and then he caught some damage from Hess. Take a look at that instant replay here. Oops, let's see if we can get back to Riley. Yeah, Frank just really just gets into him there. Going into turn 1. There's that. Oh, yeah, it was open for a hot second. It's a hot second. Hot second. Hey, now it's open for him. Good luck on the... Oh, no, that sucks for Riley, but... It opened for Frank. Frank's like, oh, it's open, it's open, it's closed. Oh, you know what? It is open. JW goes with him. 92 just straight crushed him. Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know why you'd hit the throttle there. I don't know. You guys saw the replay. You tell me. Why would you hit the throttle there? I mean, that wreck was so far in front.
Get a pass, Riley. I'm lucky, dog.
I mean, I don't know. It sucks. Riley wouldn't have been too bad off, man, if that last contact, man. Is that what it was? Yeah, I was just like, ugh. That's rough. It's rough on both you guys. All right, so the person with the freshest tires is the number 24, sitting back there in 10th. So the 24, the 12, the 18, 3, 94, 91, and 71 on fresh tires. And then James Jacobs is the first car one lap down. He has some fresh ones too, but this will be interesting to see if these guys can hold on. Right now they have 19 laps on their tires, maybe about 14 or 15 of actual race time. So this will be interesting to see what happens here as we try to end it strong here. Lap 137 of 200, USRC live from Richmond. Wade Husted, Chase Alvey, and we're back to racing. Thomas gets a really good jump. 38 in the 96 ramp to battle here. Let's take a look at some of these fresh tires in the back here. As we see too wide. They're just getting real tight. 24 on the inside. Nichols gonna let him go. All right, and here they come. Riding around with Josh Durham, the number 72. Bartle Skeet. I never quite know what it is. We'll call it Mountain Dew. As there goes the 12. Dame Newsom getting in the inside of the 72. Feel like we need to go to the blimp camp. Let's go to the chopper maybe. Take a look at some of the action heating up here. There's Jonathan Shipman making the pass in the 72, getting the inside of the 12 as we go into 1. Both of them have fresh tires. And once they get to Powell will be the first car without the freshens. So the 23 should be able to start picking guys off here pretty easily. And he's going to have to start with the 3, the 92, and then work on the 33, which will get him into the top 5, and then he can try to set his sights on Wade, currently sitting there in the lead position. Here comes Frank. Frank with those freshens. Gets to the inside of the 38. Still side by side as we go down the backstretch, going into 3. He's going to clear him as we come out of 4. Now the 24 is going to set his sights to the 96. See if he can get up there. Look at all these bright colors up in the front. All these cars stand out. That 96, you can see him coming. The 24, you know that. And the pink popping out of that, what is that, an above water? I guess that's another Avril Lavigne car by Thomas Harmon. Sponsored by Avril Lavigne. It's fantastic. Jonathan Shipman up to 5th. Right now, these guys that have the slightly newer tires are hoping this thing goes green the whole way. So hopefully the difference of that 14 or 15 lap old tires will pay off in their benefit. But we'll see what happens as we're coming up on 148 of 200 here in Richmond. Wade out to a 1.4 second lead over Chase Alvey. Frank's trying to track him down. Thomas Harmon. Take a look through the field here. Our main man right here, number 97, Riley Sherman. Shout out to Riley. In the Battle of the James, this is the number 2 James right now. So currently the number 2 James on the board, sitting back there in 17th, and obviously that's James Jacobs, Ford Racer 2020 on Twitch. You can see him back there in 17th, got a lot of damage, trying to limp along, you know, just kind of get this one in the books. James Lindo, now this looks like a top-ranked James. Oh, I was just going to start bragging about dude being the best James that we had, but instead he ends up looking like James Wilms. This is embarrassing. We're going to have to go back there and look. The curse is struck. The number 91. He gets tight. Hiya! James Lindo said, I think I heard my name on the stream. Am I on TV? I'm on TV. Oh no! Ma, start the meatloaf, because I'm coming home, said James Lindo. That's a shame, but no caution comes out. All right, as we continue going around here, number 92, and that Cessna Camaro. Matt Burgess, Coors Light, we've been talking about him. One of my favorite paint schemes, obviously. Talking about favorite paint schemes, look at this Hooters joint from Jamal Poe. Fantastic. Number 94, Jordan Malish, Racer0940 on Twitch. Racer0940 on Twitch, you can find him streaming weeknights, all kinds of variety of games, usually about 7 Eastern, I would say. You hop on there, look for Racer0940, and you'll find that man streaming some sort of game. And he uses the eye tracker, so you can it's kind of cool to see exactly where people's eye movements are in the different games that they play, and they have that, so make sure you guys check that out. Josh Durham going 3 wide. I said, that's cool. Go 3 wide, it's good. He was in the middle of the shit sandwich, but he came out on the other side pretty clean, like he was Andy Dufresne. Brian Nichols trying to rebound, sitting back there in 9th. Already a pretty good way to bounce back. Let's see what he could do as we come on to this last 65 laps or so. Josh Powell, the number 3, battered and bruised, but not like it because he wasn't paying attention. As we see the distracted driving number 3, Toyota Camry, sitting back there in 8th position. Riley Thompson got a little bit jacked up in that back left for sure. He kind of got crushed there. Some pretty heavy damage. Might make him extra tight coming off, but we'll see what happens. We're currently sitting in 7th. Dame Newsom, Small's teammate, sitting back there in 6th, the number 12. That's like the widest combo of numbers you'll ever see. Like, the 2 is so huge, the 1 is so huge. If it was 22, it would take up 3/4 of his car, but I like it. Way to stand out. As we see Dame in that number 12 Budweiser Camaro. Then we're back to Thomas Harmon, Chase Alvey, Frank DiMaggio. Shipman is trying to chip away at Wade, but he had to drive through so much traffic, had to drive a lot harder than he did. Probably is going to be the difference of those tires too. Whatever good tires he had, whatever advantage he used, he might have used them up. But let's see if he can make something happen here and track down that number 32. Let's see if the number 23 can get his first win of the year. All right, I think it's probably a good time for us to try to crank it up again, yeah? All right, everybody. Let's try to get the first crank it up, and probably the only crank it up of Richmond here USRC Cup Series live from Richmond. Number 32 in the lead now. Let's see if anyone has anything for him. But first, let's take a chance here and just crank it up a bit. All right, let's see where we're at right now. Wee Wee starting to slowly reel in the 32. All right, let's see what happens here. We're now on lap 170 of 200. Only 31 laps to go here in the USRC Cup Series. Let's see if Wade has enough to hold off the 23. Let's see if this thing goes green the whole time. If we had Larry McReynolds, we'd be in there checking the last average caution time. And I believe it's right around with 32 to go, I believe is what the statistic is. But we'll see what happens as we're about to hit that mark right now, or a little bit past it. We see the 32 really get down on that apron. This battle is heating up. Here comes Wee Wee. He is there. Now let's see how he tries to get around him. We see Wade kind of pull him there, coming off of 2. We're about to come off of 4 here, heading down to the start-finish line. Both with that really nice deep arc. They can kind of set it down there. Let's take a look in the cockpit. Jonathan Shipman. As they're coming up on JW, who's the last car in the lead lap. Really good arc Wee Wee gets here. He's gonna have a really good runoff. You see him get a little bit of loose, a little bit of tire scrub. See a little bit of hands moving in there. Get a little bit loose. Try to get that nice wide arc again. Right there, he's making way for the 33, so he couldn't use as much real estate as he would have liked. Puts it down there again. Coasted in there so rough. So rough, so tough. They come up on Dawson Hess, which is currently the last car in the lead lap. Coming up on 24 laps to go. Nichols able to move up to 7th. Riley in 8th. Powell 9th. And Durham back there in 10th. Alright, let's see what happens as they come up on lap traffic. Shipman's been there, but hasn't quite had enough, as you see him got really loose there. Kind of having to go up the track with it a little bit. Probably chase a little bit more than he would have liked. But let's see if he has enough to get up past this guy as they come up on the 92. Dawson's gonna let the 23 go by. 20 to go this time. All right, next lap car is the number 18 of Jamal Poe. And that Hooters Camaro. Coming down to it, is Wee Wee going to have anything for Wade? I think Wade had to check up a little bit, see what he does here into one. Side by side, both have pretty worn tires. Wade's a little bit older. He gets really loose. That's going to give the position and change over the lead to Wee Wee. Shipman's going to lead lap 182 here in Richmond. That's going to be, I believe, his 34th lap led in this event. Now, Wade is going to see if he can stay with John or if he's used up all the good in his tires. James Jacobs looks like, yeah, he disconnected. That's a shame, Dave. It's a shame. Here we go, lap 185. It's getting down to it, getting to be a nail biter here between these two drivers. Pretty long runs going. Jamal, like a gentleman, kind of lets those guys by so they can race it out here. See who's going to get the win here. Shipman trying to get his first win of the year, and Wade trying to get his second. As he's opened up a little bit of a gap on him. Wow, and caution is out. Fortunately, the 92 spins out. Nicks the wall. Hey-oh, Silver. Yeah, just hits that wall. A lot of wheel into it here. Oops, nicked it. Oh no. IO Silver is able to keep it together. Everyone's going to be coming for fresh tires. We're going to have quite a shootout. Ooh, nicks that wall. Tries to correct, overcorrect. Not too much damage, though. Alright, I can only assume everybody's coming in. Alright, who has tires left? I'd assume everybody has a set. But who knows how it all played out. Gonna be a lot of guys to go back and take a look at to make sure they only use the proper allotment. Because yeah, this will be interesting. There were a lot of cautions, a lot of comers and goers, so we'll have to take a look at the whole tire situation. But we're gonna have, geez, probably about 7 laps to go, maybe 8 before we get going again. So it's gonna be a sharp little shootout. And who knows, you make 3 or 4 laps, caution come out, the race might not restart. As we see the 23 heading down pit road. As we see the 18 gonna get the lucky dog. Put himself back in the lead lap. Off goes Shipman. Alright, so our top 5 is going to be Jonathan Shipman, followed by Wade, Chase, Frank, and Thomas. Top 5. 6th is Dame Newsom, Brian Nichols, Joshua Powell, Riley Thompson, Joshua Durham, top 10. Followed by Matt Burgess, Jamal Poe, Dawson Hess, Jordan Malice, JW, first car 1 lap down. And Riley Sherman's actually a couple laps down there. All right, we are in for a treat. Gonna be quite the show. Shout out to Poke. Poke's in the house, Ford's in the house. Sorry you didn't fare better, but we still have 16 cars still competing, 14 on the lead lap here. USRC Cup Series live from Richmond Speedway, as we're gonna get one more shot at this thing. And we're going to see who's going to win it. It's been a battle between the 23 has led a bunch, the 32, and the 96. Those top 3 have really dominated the laps led here. So let's take a look. Jonathan Shipman, 34 laps led. Wade has 97 laps led. Chase, 53. I think that might be the only real lead changes that we had. Wowzer, it's been 10 cautions for 62 laps. And we're back to racing here, because I was looking at something else on a different timeline. It is time to go at it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and then Wade. No, not like this. Not like this, Wade. What happened here?
Sorry, Wade.
As we see 24. He might go in front of Harmon. Dives it in there. Oh, he taps around the 32. The 3 gets involved. All previous winners, all involved here. Because you're going to see last week's winner, Powell, and the 3, he gets involved. The 32, 24. Take a look inside of Frank's cockpit here. Coming down to the restart. He's trying to get a great run. He's in a great position to try to win this thing. Gets into second, third. He's good through the gears. A little bit of space. Oh, yeah, that's... Yeah, just kind of stuck it in there and just there's nowhere for... Look at this. One more time. As We see he tries to like stick it in there in between. You don't see Frank make a decision like that too many times. All right, now the battle's going to be between the 23 and the 96. This might be like a 2-lap shootout here. It's a wild one here in Richmond. We've had so many cautions, so many things happen, but so much great racing in between all of that. So we're excited to see what happens here as Jonathan Shipman is now still in the lead, and the 96 of Chase Alvey is going to see if he has anything for him. And then you have the 38 of Thomas Harmon, seeing maybe he can sneak in there, be a slippery duck, and lead the 2 most important laps, and that's the last 2. And don't forget about the 12 of Dame Newsom. And then Ryan Nichols up to a top 5. That's pretty great, considering the adversity he's had today. So interested to see what happens. Make sure we're on live time so we get this last restart. Yeah, it is time to send it. If you don't have a beer, you better hit your refrigerator, grab your beer, crack it, pass it off to someone because he's about to send it. All right, here in this top, the top 5, nobody has a win yet this year. Jonathan Shipman, Chase Alvey, Thomas Harmon, Dame Newsom, and Ryan Nichols. So, not sure if Powell, who's sitting there in 6th, will have time to get up there. But it's pretty good chances we're going to end up seeing our 8th different winner here in the 9th race in the USRC Cup Series. Been an exciting 2019. It's been an exciting Richmond. And these guys are about to put on a performance for the last 2 laps here at Richmond. Shipman will control the start. Hearts are beating. You're a little bit worked up, hoping you get through the gears just right. Hopefully you know, somebody opens up a space for you to get in. You can capture that spot, you know, and finish as well as you can. As we're going to have a 1-lap shootout. A 1-lap shootout here in Richmond. Good Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. It's been a great broadcast. Great to have you. 1-lap shootout here at Richmond. The end of 200 laps here in the USRC Cup Series. Looking to be a wild one. Let's see if Jonathan Shipman can hold it down, keep this position, and take home the first win of 2019 in the Cup Series. He was also your winner last night in the Xfinity Series. Can he do them both this time around? And we're back to racing. Wee Wee is not waiting. He is going. Thomas trying to get on the inside of Chase. And he does. I think the battle might be in the 2nd spot as Harmon trying to take away that 2nd position from Chase, side by side. Getting tight. Chase is going to have the runoff. But that's going to be a win for Jonathan Shipman.
Good win.
Getting himself a nice win. And man, that was a great race there at the end between the 96 and the 38. Congratulations, John, on that win. That was great. Hey, and the 96 and the 38, you guys put on a little show there at the end as well, man. That was fun to watch up here in the booth. Hey, thank you so much, guys. I know there was a lot of cautions, but it was still super fun to watch. Hopefully you guys check out the broadcast when we put it up there. If the top 5 will stick around so we could talk to you guys. Yeah, we would love to do it. But that was a fun race. Congratulations, Shipman. Thanks, everybody that turned out. And, yeah, we'll go from there. I believe next week is Easter, correct? So if it is, and we're not racing, we'll be putting up a fun super speedway race. But congratulations again, John. All right, let's see if we can get to Wee Wee's burnouts. We have to go to instant replay to capture these. As he does.
Holy crap, I got a top 5.
As he does the repeat performance. Here goes Jonathan Shipman, the number 23 Marine Chevy Camaro.
Are you going to have a paycheck left?
Got himself a win in Xfinity last night. Got himself a win tonight. And that driver dominated here at Richmond. Maybe not this race, but the overall weekend. 2 wins, led a ton of laps. Good to see old Jonathan Shipman. We'll see if we can talk to him and see what his secret to success was. And then talk to some of these other top 5 drivers. as we continue to watch this guy just burn them down. We don't need these tires. We don't need this motor. We need none of that. He's going to go ahead and use up the last of what he has. Alan Kwiecki lap. Go ahead and watch this guy as he heads around the speedway. Doing a little Alan Kwiecki action. Paying tribute to the history of NASCAR. That is going to be our 8th different winner in 9 races. You can't find anything more competitive than that. Every week, somebody else has another handful of guys has a shot at winning it. So it's been a great, fun race. Let's go ahead and talk to some of these winners. Yeah, save the last set for the burnouts. That's right, Crazy. Just go ahead and save that last set of tires. Get ready to burn them down. See if we can get here and talk to old Jonathan Shipman about some of that action that we saw here today. See if we can even find John. Oh, he's way down here. We got him. Jonathan Shipman, you got a copy.
I sure do. What's up, man?
All right, man. So you were able to take the win last night. You were able to get the win here tonight. Tell us a little bit about your race. And how was it battling up there with Wade, especially at the end, coming down to those closing laps, such a long run. What were you thinking as you were stalking that number 32 there at the end?
I knew I just had to be patient because I had a little bit more life in my tires. So I only pushed to get up to him to be within a second. And once I got around Frank and I got up within a second, I started backing it down to take care of my stuff. So I had a chance to, I just knew it was just a matter of time for his tires to be not as good. So
kind of waiting until he fell back to you, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So on that last, couple of restarts when you were side by side with Wade, what was the strategy there? Just try to jump as early as possible, get as many gaps, car gaps as possible, and go from there. What were you thinking?
Those last 3 or 4 restarts there, I just knew I had the lead already, so there wasn't really going to be a contest because for the first 10 laps or so, it's really hard to pass. And especially if everyone's on the same equal amount of tires, and I just know how good Wade is, and I just knew I had the cleaner air, and it was going to be hard for him to get past the people he had to get past on that restart. And then he got took out by Frank, so I just knew I had it in the bag.
I mean, how often do you see the mistake made? I don't know if you heard what they were talking about in Discord, 'cause I don't know. But, yeah, it looks like Frank kind of made a mistake there and kind of punted the 32. We don't see that too often.
I knew Frank made a mistake. And it just happens when you get your heart paced up there and you're sweating, nervous, and
yeah,
you just want to get the best position you can get. And when you dive into one, you just ultimately forget that, hey, these cars are going slower. I wonder why they're going slower. Oh, wait, we're trying to make a turn here. And stuff like that just gets missed. So
yeah, man,
it's completely understandable.
I was kind of talking about there at the end as you had those last couple of restarts, man, and you know, you've already been racing for 90 minutes or so, and it's coming down to the end. I was thinking, man, that is when your heartbeat's going, you're starting to sweat a little bit more, you're making sure you're kind of gripped in there. Then you got to make sure you actually get through your gears, man.
Yeah, you have a checklist in your head that you have to go through before you restart a race, especially when it's there at the last couple laps. You have to, hey, am I in the right gear? Hey, when did I go last time? I got to go in a different position so they don't jump my start. All this stuff you got to think about. And sometimes you forget some things, and it looked like that's what happened with Frank.
Well, it looked like a ton of fun, man. Tell us about how fun it is being, you know, obviously you're the winner and one of the fastest cars that were out on the track. How fun is it to restart in 20th and work your way all the way back up there?
It's a blast. Sorry that I got into Sean there whenever I got into him.
Oh, that's right.
I saw a hole and I just
You filled it.
wasn't gonna let up because I knew I had better tires and I had to make up as much time as I could before we all got spread out. And it's a blast, man. If you go through and watch the whole race again, especially after stage 2, when I got those brand new tires for that long run, I went 3 or 4 wide a couple times. It was amazing.
Yeah, man. What a set of fresh tires, how they make you feel like Superman out there. But, man, I'll tell you what, you were Superman there today. You know, led the second most laps out of anybody, but at the end, you led the most important one, that last 1-lap restart.
Yeah, I was going to come here with the strategy of dominating the race, but I also realized that Wade's pretty good here too, so I had to go off of a different strategy to put me in the position to win. So I ended up pitting when he had 15 lap older tires than me, and I didn't go down when we were supposed to go down. It was like a last minute call, and I'm glad I did, because if me and him were on equal footing, I never would have got around him.
No, yeah, I agree, man. You probably used up a lot of your stuff going around those guys, but I think at the end of the day, it was that difference of about 15 lap tires that ended up biting him. But that's kind of the cool thing about the tire allotment, the way we have it, is you don't get your unlimited tire strategies get played out. And today at Richmond, man, it paid out for you. So congratulations. Great to see you. Have a safe week, and we'll check you out next weekend.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
All right, then we'll see it. All right, Jonathan Shipman. Take a look here. Go ahead and get a hold of Chase Alvey here. Hey, Chase, you got a copy?
Yep.
All right, man. Another great run there. You ran a bunch of laps up front. Yeah, at the end of the day, came up a little bit short, but tell us about your race today and tell us what do you think you needed to be able to put yourself in a position to actually take away a win here at Richmond.
You know, the race, it was a fine race. I've been running second, third for these past few weeks, and just to not have a win, you know, after running so good, leading a bunch of laps in some of the races, it's kind of, you know, it kind of gets demoralizing after a while. But you know, we had a good race, good points day. Finished that second stage on old tires in third, which was really good. But just not able to close out races like I'd like to.
Yeah, I mean, the competition is up there. We've been talking about all night. This is now the 8th different winner in 9 races. So who knows, man? It might be your turn next week. But tell us a little bit more about the competition that you're seeing out there, considering that we have had 8 different winners, and you've been so fast, you know, and been in the right positions, not able to close it out.
Well, I mean, 8 different winners, it goes to show the level of competition there is here. You know, like 8 different winners, that's really hard to do. Everybody's fast here. Everybody's race is clean. Everybody's nice. It's just a fun place to race, really.
All right, man. Yeah, I mean, we have a blast doing it every week to broadcast these and kind of watch these stories emerge week in and week out. And right now, man, your 96 has been bad fast for the last month. So, you know, I'm hoping come this summer, as the track starts to slick up a little bit, you end up finding your first win and maybe a series of wins here.
Yeah, I'll just hope for it. You know, maybe Talladega. Maybe everybody will wreck out and I'll win.
I think everybody's looking for that same thing, man. So, all right, man. Well, congratulations on the second place. It was a great race today. Came up a little bit short, but we look forward to seeing you here next week. If it's Easter and we're not racing, we'll obviously do a fun race, but in competition the next couple of weeks as we go back points racing.
Yeah, I'll see you then.
All right, Chase. See ya. All right, that was Chase Alvey. Next on our list, Thomas Harmon. Go ahead and get a hold of Thomas Harmon. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. Well, a solid third place finish here. Weren't able to get up there and lead any laps, but tell us a little bit about the racing, because you had a bird's eye seat to a lot of great racing going on at Richmond.
Yeah, decided to start from the pits because I wanted to pass some cars and we don't give EOLs here, so just to see what it looked like, or what it felt like driving through the field or passing somebody, and so I kind of put myself in a hole there and had to race for my life to start the race off. But, after that, it was fun coming back through the field twice.
Yeah. So I totally forgot about that. We did see you coming out of the pits early, and from like lap 1, you're right, man. You had to get on it because those leaders were coming. So now that kind of explains that. But what were you thinking, looking in your rearview mirror, thinking you might go a lap down right from the get-go?
I would have been okay with it as long as I could stay up towards the front with those guys and get any other lap cars that might have come by. But I knew Richmond was good for cautions, and fortunately I got one. Unfortunately, Wade got loose before we could get one. But yeah, it was definitely get your heart going real fast and real early there.
All right, man. Yeah, it's been a wild one. Seemed like there was a lot of cautions going on. But how did it feel? How difficult is it when you have fresh tires and the guys in front of you may not, and you're unaware of it? Kind of how does that work? Because you're trying to move from the back to the front as fast as possible, but as safe as possible.
You just got to be on your toes. Got to be aware that they might push when you're not expecting it, or that they might break a little loose. You just got to be prepared for that stuff and hope that they can hold it until you get past.
Right, man. Well, you look good today. We know that you are the Xfinity points leader, kind of dominating right there. We're not sure what your plan is for the next segment, but I think we await with bated breath to see if you're going to stay in Xfinity or you're going to run for Cup points.
We'll see. We'll keep that we'll keep that dollar bill hanging out there.
There we go. That's Decision 2019. We'll be finding out live. It'll be like how LeBron James did the announcement back in 2004.
Sounds good to me.
All right, Thomas, man. Good race. Good to see you this weekend. Be safe, and we'll check you out for some good fun racing next weekend.
Yep, I'll be here.
All right, buddy. We'll see you.
Have a good one.
Number 38, Thomas Harmon. We got Dame Newsom. Dame is not with us. Oh, Dame, huh? Just Jamal Poe and Dante Jackson? Alright, shout out to Dame Newsom. If you're around, Dame, you hit us up and we'll come back and see you. Until then, we're going to go talk to Mr. Ryan Nichols. We pulled you into the booth. I'm sure you had something amazing to say, but we want to hear about it. So, again, you were same old story, you know, really, really fast, caught up in stuff, made your way to the back. However, this one has a happy ending with you pulling out a nice top 5. So tell us about the eventful day that number 42 had here in Richmond.
Geez, I'm gonna tell you that first half of that race, I'm like, I'll be lucky if I can even finish this race. I mean, I got in 2 separate incidents. One, I kind of hit the inside wall. Didn't have too much damage, thankfully. The front of the car was still in good shape. Just bent the spoiler up a little, repaired that, and then I think I got a little too close with Wade, and I kind of got turned, but that was my fault. Slid through the grass, but got it pointed right, never hit nothing. So, you know, but after all that, I'm like, man, I'm like, oh, I can kiss a top 10 goodbye because of the way that whole race was going. It's just everything that could have went wrong was, you know, going wrong. And then once we got the stages out of the way and we had that nice long green flag run, I was telling Tasha, I said, this is what I need, because I was starting to move up little by little, and then the caution comes out with, I think, that one came out a little less than 30 to go, and all I could think of is that one race here a couple think it was like a year ago where I was ahead of Frank for the win, and that caution ruined that. But and that's all I could think of. But I'm like, oh, I don't need this caution. So, but then we got going, and then I'm like, then that another caution came out, and I'm like, wow, I'm in fifth. And then we get that last caution. I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna have a 1-lap shootout. I said, I'm scared. So, I mean, and I wasn't so focused on the guys in front of me. I was more concerned about protecting that 5th place position rather than gaining more with how my races have been. But once we got that restart and I looked in my mirror on the backstretch and they were 3 wide, I said, this is what I need. So to be able to come across the line and finally get a top 5 at my favorite track, it's just, I mean, I was so excited. I missed the pit road on the cool down lap. I had to drive around again, but it felt like a win, so it was a bad race turned awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of contact kind of going on with everybody out there, but once you guys got single file, kind of worked out. Tell us a little bit about how you approach each week with the tire strategy, because for instance here, you have 5 changes of tires, which should be plenty, right, in theory, but as these cautions fall, what kind of technique did you start Richmond with, and what did you end with?
Well, I mean, you got to go by, like me, I go by the track. It's like, okay, we're at Richmond. It's a short track. You might have to expect a few cautions. So you kind of, the end of the stages, it's automatic. You come in and take 4. But then after that, you're going to have to pit at least one more time. But you also got to say, okay, what if we get a late race caution? You want to make sure you have that extra set. And I knew we had 1 set left with that second, I think it was the second to last caution. So I'm like, I'm coming in, I'm taking that set, and I'll see what I can do. But, and then you look at like the super speedways or the 1.5 miles where, the guys might get strung out. We might not have the cautions. So, usually my strategy is I always take the 4 after then each stage. And then initially it's like, I know we got to pit again. I mean, I always plan on pitting maybe halfway through if you get the long green run, but it really just depends on how the cautions fall. But you always want to have that. You always want to keep that 1 extra set just in case you have like a caution with 10 to go and everybody else is out of tires, and you still have that extra set. But it's just basically how the caution falls. And tire management. I mean, the tire allotments, I love it. It adds a little extra challenge. And I'm just glad I got, Tasha there to manage those for me. So she's been doing a great job for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot to think about out there to manage those tires, to, hopefully give yourself a chance at the end. If you're up towards the front there and maybe a caution comes out with 10 to go, you get fresh tires, that can change the whole complexity of the race. So there's so many strategies to play out. And considering we've had 8 different winners so far this year, we've seen all those strategies, and all of them seem to have worked at one point or another.
Yeah, I mean, like last night, I took a gamble and it bit me, but I knew it was something I wasn't going to repeat tonight. But I actually did try something with, I think we had like 102, 103 laps to go. I pitted because I knew we could get about 100 laps on fuel. So I figured if I pit now and if for some reason we stay green, I can make it the whole way where everybody else might have to pit. And then the cautions came out, but I was expecting that. But I figured, hey, we're not having that great a race. Let's try something different. So, and tonight, unfortunately, it worked in my favor tonight to finally get that top 5.
All right, man. Well, it was a tough fought battle there. A lot of cars out there, a lot of grip, a lot of speed, a lot of incidents, man. But you were able to see it through till the end, bring yourself a top 5. So congratulations on that. You guys have a safe week. Hopefully, if you're around on Easter, we could do some fun racing. But yeah, until then, have a great week.
All right. Thank you, sir. You too.
All right, Ryan. All righty. So Jonathan Shipman is going to be our winner here. Able to get it done in that very last couple of green flag runs there. Once he got in front of Wade, and Wade got taken out, it was pretty much all Jonathan Shipman's to lose, and he got it done today. So it was great to see Wee Wee making these races, showing people how fast he is. So Such a great one, such a great race. Even though there's a lot of cautions, man, these are fun to watch. I think the package and the changes that they've made in NASCAR and in iRacing are so fun. Between the tire allotments, the stages, so fantastic. Again, last night, Wee won the Xfinity Series. So we have the Xfinity Series and we have a Cup Series, and as all of you know, you have to declare for either one. So we're going to have a few champions come out of Xfinity, a few champs out of Cup, and yeah, so we have 2 fully thriving leagues right now. Series anyways, and it's been real fun. And in the next couple of races, we'll find some more people to promote, get them up here, get them up to speed, and who knows, maybe we can get over 10 different winners sometime this year. So it's been super fun. Thank you for all the drivers at the USRC for this weekend, Xfinity and Cup. Some of you new guys that are kind of on the Xfinity grind, just keep at it for a few more weeks. Let's get through the session, let's get you promoted, and let's get you competing up here on Sunday afternoons with some of the best that we got. So appreciate you guys all being here. On behalf of myself, all the drivers, admins, owners here at the USRC Cup Series, you guys be safe. God bless, and we'll see you next weekend.